students. Today we will study the next chapter of supplementary the adventures of Toto. Students, in this lesson we will study about a small monkey whose name was Toto. Narrator's grandfather had purchased Toto from a Tonga diver, but later on, when he was proved mischievous, he was again sold to that person. Now see the story, students. Open your book, all of you. See chapter 2, the adventures of Toto. Now see all of you. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. Narrator's grandfather had purchased Toto. Toto is the name of a small monkey. Narrator's grandfather had purchased this Toto from a Tonga driver for 5 rupees. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. Grandfather of the narrator was very fond of keeping pet animals. He had kept many pet animals at his house. He also wanted to purchase Toto from that Tonga driver, and he purchased it and brought to his house. What happened? Let's see. Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep set eyebrows, and his teeth, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. Now, Toto's teeth was shining, eyes were shining, and teeth was also shining, and sometimes he was making the ladies afraid. But his hands looked dried up, as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. Yet his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tail, while adding to his good looks, grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks, also served as a third hand. Grandfather was thinking that the tail of Toto was as the third hand of that monkey. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. Grandmother always first when grandfather brought home some new bird or animals. But the habit of grandmother was that she was not feeling comfortable when any new pet animal grandfather was bringing. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. Students, when Toto was purchased by grandfather, the narrator's grandfather wanted that grandmother should not know about Toto until her mood was good. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall, where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. There was a wall, and there was a peg, and it was tied to that peg. Narrator and his grandfather both had kept it in that place. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as naked brick and plaster. Students, it was bad habit of Toto that he was kicking with his legs, and the plasters were now had broken from the wall. The peg in the wall had been wrenched from the socket, and my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. And the school blazer that narrator had kept there, it was disturbed, torn. I wondered what grandmother would say, but grandfather did not worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. Though grandmother did not want to have such type of mischievous pet animal in the house, but grandfather was eager to keep such type of animals in his house, and he liked the performance of Toto. He is a clever, said grandfather. Grandfather was telling that it was clever animal. Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. It seemed that if the Toto was left there, he could make the blazer his rope. He could make the blazer rope to escape from the window. His presence in the house is still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarters, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. Many pet animals grandfather had kept there. Here given some of their names. A tortoise, there was a tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. These animals were kept there. The narrator's grandfather had kept these animals as pets. But the monkey would not allow any of his companions to sleep at night. But it was bad habit of Toto, that small monkey, that he did not let the other animals sleep at night, because he was a disturbing element and always he was disturbing them. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. When the grandfather of narrator had seen that Toto was doing mischievous work, he was going to Saharanpur to collect his pension, he also wanted to take Toto with him. Unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on that trip, but he told me about it afterwards. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto, and grandfather put Toto in a bag and he took with him. When the bag was closed, was provided for Toto. This, with some straw at the bottom, became his new abode. When the bag was closed, there was no escape. Toto could not get his hands through the opening, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. His efforts to get out only had the effort of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air, an exhibition that attracted a curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. When narrator's grandfather had reached Dehradun platform, people were thinking to see what was kept in that bag. In this way, students, today we have seen how Toto was purchased from a taxi driver for 5 rupees, and narrator's grandfather had purchased it. Grandmother did not like this type of mischievous animals, but grandfather liked it. Many pet animals were kept in the house, but when he saw the mischievous deeds of that Toto, narrator's grandfather had taken with him to Saharanpur when he had gone to collect the pension. Further, what happened, students, I will teach you in next video. Thank you.